Welcome. I am. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this video. I'm horribly energetically sick, like horribly. Oh, like bedridden. Whew. Um, Yesterday I was feeling just awful. I had some beautiful sessions in the morning, but then in the afternoon, this energetic sickness, it just ramped up so intensely. And I was getting sick, so I started falling into other kind of patterns that make me sick, right? The approval seeking, the obsessively checking on my phone, the it's just that kind of stuff. Repeat just watching videos, like literally just running from the sickness, running from the pain I was in, just disassociating from it all day. And that just made it like 10 times worse because if you think about it like this, if the energetic sickness is like this inner child and it's screaming and it doesn't feel safe and you're just running from it, you're like avoiding it all day and you're basically saying, I don't want to hear you, I'm gonna go do this other thing. It's still gonna be there waiting for you screaming. And so today I'm doing something different. My phone is still on airplane mode and I'm just devoting the day to this inner child, to being with it. Um, Something really deep's coming up. It's taking all of me and then some to hold space for it. And yesterday I just abandoned it because it was too much. And I'm totally gentle and forgiving myself for that. But yeah, it's going to be a different approach. One thing I wanted to say at the end of this video is, if you remember in Tennessee, I was going through this horrible stomach ache, flu type thing. It was like the Great Solar Plexus Purge is what I named a podcast about it. And that exact same sensation has been happening here. And I don't know how, because I'm so fucking sick that I'm getting chills right now. I didn't even know I could get chills being this energetically sick. But I'm getting chills, and it's just like this confirmation. And me saying this is like reaffirming it to my own heart that this is something really deep that's purging out of my body. And God was like, all right, you can run from it in Tennessee, but we're gonna do it right now then. And my mind's like, oh, we should just cancel this place and move and go somewhere else. But I know deep down that what I'm going through right now, I'll have to go through at some point. I'm gonna have to walk through this type of purge, this type of deep healing. It feels like almost like an ayahuasca trip, like this sickness. I've never had an ayahuasca trip, but I've watched and learned. I've watched many videos about it, and I've learned so much about what actually happens. And that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm in that sickness, like something deep, deep, deep from my gut is just being like pulled out of me. It is being healed. And yeah, these circumstances I'm in are triggering it, and I could tell myself, well, if we weren't here, we'd be feeling better. But I can feel in my heart, it's like that same sensation that was in Tennessee, it's followed me here, and it would just keep following me until I meet it fully. Like I said, yesterday I just couldn't. I wasn't committed to meeting it fully. I was just trying to chase feeling better. I was trying to chase pleasure, and I wasn't sitting with it. But last night I had the deep realization that the only way I get through this, the only way I make it through these last 5 days here where I'm at, is I'm going to have to commit myself fully to a full-time commitment to being with what's arising, to being with this sickness. And right now it is purely on an energetic level. I have no appetite, no desire to really eat, just maybe some fruit. And that's when you know it's like, ugh, something's just, coming out. And so I realized that was a point I wanted to make. The Divine Mother told me, child, you can keep running from this, but I'm going to keep bringing it forward for you. It's like in Tennessee, I look back on that. Of course I didn't make a mistake or do anything wrong, but I look back on it and I was like, it was just too unbearable, and I had to kind of get out of there. And my mind was having the same thoughts today and last night, but there was something deeper in me that said, no, we're staying the course this time. We're gonna play this one through. We're gonna feel this one through. We're gonna hold space for whatever this is, and we're gonna see that we're gonna get to the other side of this time. Yeah, and that's just gonna, it's what that calls for is lots of rest, lots of breathing into the one that's hurting and feeling unsafe. I love you and it's okay. And just having my phone off, like this, whatever's purging out of me, it's so deep and it's so big and it's so heavy. It needs every ounce of my consciousness. Not 1 ounce of my consciousness can be going to the phone, can be going into distraction. It's just like it needs all of me. It's like it literally feels like a birth. It needs all of me to like, ugh, like that, to birth out of my being almost, or just like to release from my being. That's just what's coming to me right now. It needs, it's so painful. It needs every drop of my awareness. And that can be so hard for the mind because the mind's so trained to chase pleasure and avoid pain, right? Pleasure, pain paradigm. That's what the mind, egoic consciousness operates on. But this is taking me to align and orient with something deeper. Something deeper than that voice that says, if I'm feeling good, it means I'm doing it right. And if I'm feeling bad, it means I'm doing it wrong. No, there's this deeper voice. There's this deeper truth. And some people call the ayahuasca the mother. And for me, and because we're talking about the energetic sickness that's caused by ayahuasca, but ultimately how healing it is for so many. And for me, that deeper voice is the divine mother right now. And she's saying, no, this pain is good. This sickness you're going through, it's temporary and it's healing. And this is just very humbling. Like, look at me right now, and showing you guys myself. I'm in the middle of like the worst part of an ayahuasca trip in a sense. Like with kundalini, things can get so intensely psychedelic and energetic and painful that it can feel that way at times when we're going through something major. And I'm just listening to that, the deepest voice in me, the divine mother's voice that says, this is good. This is good, child. Keep being with this. This is setting you free. You're not doing anything wrong. Nothing's gone wrong. She's like, I put you here. I'm getting so many fucking chills. Thank you so much, Divine Mother. I want to cry. She's like, I put you here so that you could feel what you're feeling right now. She says, this is perfect. This is where I want you. She's saying, thank you for being with these feelings. Thank you for holding space for what's releasing from my being. I'm so glad I make these videos. They're so humbling. Some parts of me don't want you guys to see me like this sick, but this is real. This is what's happening. And if I'm not going to show you this, then this isn't actually an authentic vlog, an authentic laboratory for you guys to learn from about spiritual awakening. So much love. Thank you for the support. I know these videos are coming out later, but I just want to say huge special thank you to Lucas for such a generous donation. Lucas, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you who are booking sessions with me, joining the Patreon page. It really means a lot. Sending you all the love and all the grace. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.